man? Is it the woman in his arms? Just 'cause she has big titties? Or is it the way he fights every day?
Hey everyone, Trevor at Toploaded Gaming, what's up? So, we are going to be... Oh wow, still had my phone on. We are going to be getting into a couple things. And that's some of the shit that Smash JT was saying in his recent video. So, I have a few things pulled up here, and we're going to get into all of it. So, let's see. See if I can keep up this live chat. Turn my volume down so you guys don't have any sort of echo. There we go. So, in Smash JT's video, he was trying to say that I slandered him. That's kind of funny to me. I slandered him. Now, this video that I made, it wasn't really about Tipster, right? That's what his defense is, you know, and I get why he wants to try and do that, because, you know, to take away attention to what I said would be paramount to someone trying to, you know, deflect any sort of criticism, right? And then the number one thing that, you know, somebody that knows what they're doing, that doesn't want to face any sort of criticism, well, they can just simply say, I took him out of context, right? So that's what we're going to aim to do right here, is to see, you know, did I take him out of context? Because certainly, if there are legit instances where I took Smash JT out of context, then I would like to own up to that, and I would certainly apologize for that. But let's see if I did that. All right, so getting into the video.
Holy shit.
And
now,
if you guys can't hear the video too well, you know, let me know. But it seems like it's playing at a pretty decent level on my end, so.
I have a ring.
All right, so none of that is really addressing Smash.
I see people doing it in this situation, trying to get clout out of chasing the story that I talked about and jumping on the side of the commentary mafia and trying to befriend them by saying, yeah, you guys are right, this, that, the other thing. Smash JT, he's making these things up. He has no basis for his video. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. I'm like, everyone can see it.
Now all right, so this clip right here, you can see it's cut. It's cut. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts. But that is cut to cut out some of his mistakes and trying to cut for time, right? But if we take this clip and actually let's make a mark and save our place. But let's take this clip and we'll copy it. And then let's go over here. And let's paste it. All right. So
I see people doing it in this situation, trying.
Now let's get some full context, shall we?
By YouTube that much, and I got other shit going on, so I didn't do it. YouTube didn't mean that much to me. I have seen people kiss the ring, and I've seen them pay consequences down the line for it. You might get your numbers for a minute, but it ain't gonna last.
I see people doing it in this situation, trying to get clout out of chasing the story that I talked about and jumping on the side of the commentary mafia and trying to befriend them by saying, yeah, you guys are right, this, that, the other thing. Smash JT, he's making these things up. He has no basis for his video. I'm like, it's pathetic. It's embarrassing. I'm like, everyone can see it. Like, and it just kills me. It just kills me.
All right, Crucial is thrown to say Simster is Brian Stelter and Susie is Russiagate. Ricochet through 5 says, can I get a tip double standard with...
So Taka moves on to reading super chats afterward, right? So The whole point in this clip to me is proving that Smash JT went easy on me in the Tonka stream, right? So he had every opportunity. He's obviously alluding to me in this clip, yet he doesn't name me, okay? He just doesn't name me. So I don't know how I'm taking Smash out of context in this clip, but let's go back to where we were. Now, the next thing I bring up.
Now, he references me, but he keeps me anonymous, yet brings me up later and doesn't talk about me in a negative light.
Now, this next clip.
On Toploaded Gaming, and she couldn't even handle questions from me without somebody giving her responses.
All right, so let's do the same thing. Let's take this clip. Let's paste it.
On Toploaded Gaming.
Now let's get some context.
Cocky. She thinks she won't. She thinks she won't be in trouble for it. She thinks she's holier than thou, and it's going to happen again. I mean, she lied on the stream where she had someone coaching her, trying to talk to me when I was calling her out on her bullshit.
What's up, Albert?
She
What's up?
lied
Get to the
afterwards
chopper.
when, I didn't even talk about this with you guys, but I had a stream with her and Tipster, but separate, not together. I was like, I'm not doing this together. You guys, I'll do one and then the other on Toploaded Gaming. And she couldn't even handle questions from me without somebody giving her responses. And you can hear them whispering and snapping their fingers at her throughout the entire
That's weird.
meeting. And I'm like, this girl, she can't think for herself. She needs somebody to guide her, which is okay to an extent. But the fact that she lies about it, that shows that that is who she is, where she doesn't even control her own destiny. She, ironically, destiny. Someone else pulling the puppet strings behind her, and for all we know, there could be someone else making these decisions to flag channels. So it's a
So at what point do we get to the the busting of the balls of Top-Loaded Gaming on Tonka's thing, on Tonka's stream? It doesn't happen. And this is, I mean, I don't want to have people here for hours and hours of time refuting this guy's bullshit, okay? But let's see if we can get to the origin, the beginning of Tonka's stream. Let me zoom way the fuck out here. All right, there's the beginning. See how they have that little divot, that little, triangle, and then it becomes orange? That's the beginning of this video. Hence how his intro is there. Now, I don't know at what point
what do you call ASMR?
Smash starts saying the original
Just
bullshit.
so you know.
Not a good person. I am a very
Just so you
But so if people want to go and find that, that's fine, but I can guarantee you that there is a long amount of time between those two clips. And my point was that in the first instance where he alludes to me, he's bad-mouthing me, but he doesn't let you know it's me. And then the only other instance my name comes up, he chooses to badmouth Destiny instead of me. So I'm not sure how that part is taken out of context. So we're going to remove that. We're going to consider that clip done. So let's move on to...
whatever reason it is. I don't want to insinuate anything or talk about anyone's personal lives here. What I know about.
All right, so what I'm saying here...
Suspicious of him. Maybe even go as far as checking those bank statements. Make sure all their money isn't going to Destiny FOMO.
So what I'm saying here in this portion of the video is that despite Smash trying to act like he's not getting into really personal things, okay, he is. He most definitely is, and I was trying to, point to the difference in what the average commenter, the average viewer might be perceiving, tipster's bias or whatever. Whereas certainly they can see a bias. Certainly they can see, white knighting as a fair statement. But what Smash is doing is going way, way further than that, to the point of saying he's got a personal problem, and he might be expecting something in return from Destiny and all of this shit, which I want to point out, before I went on stream, before I did that live stream with Tipster and then Smash and Destiny, Smash DM'd me. Now, I'm not going to show these DMs, but he DM'd me an interview that Tipster did with Alyssa White, and he DM'd me a picture and was like, Tipster did this long before. It's not the first time he did it. He actually almost got a divorce from his wife from this past instance with Alyssa White, blah, blah, whatever. So before the stream, I questioned Tipster about it, and he went and showed me, which I'm not going to show that either, but he went and showed me that him and his wife and Alyssa are friends on Facebook. Now, I don't know about you guys, all right, but if my wife were jealous of some other girl, and then there's some validity to that jealousness, I don't think she'd be friends with that person on Facebook. Now, I could be wrong. Some people, they get wives that are really, 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 really nice, but that's a tough ask, for sure. Okay, so my point in these clips, was to show that he is what he is accusing Tipster of, and it's not just white knighting.
Whatever reason it is, I don't want to insinuate anything or talk about anyone's personal lives here. What I know about is Destiny FOMO, and I know about the relationship between Tipster and Destiny FOMO. And from what I've seen, I would imagine, this is not a fact, but I would imagine it goes a lot further than what we've seen on surface level. I don't know if that's giving access to her OnlyFans for free. I don't know if that's the insinuation that he's going to have a shot with her in the future. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to get into personal lives.
And I see no...
Now, I'm not sure how this could be really taken out of context. I'm not really sure how this clip
Whatever
would fit.
reason it is, I don't want to insinuate anything or talk.
But let's
So I
give
was
some
like, no,
context.
I'm not going to do a group chat with you and Destiny and Tipster. Why the hell does Tipster need to be there? I mean, this dude, he's been simping for Destiny since day one, and it's finally clear to me that he wants to protect her for whatever reason it is. I don't want to insinuate anything or talk about anyone's personal lives here. I don't give a crap. The point is, on the surface, what it looks like to a bystander is Tipster is simping for Destiny. Otherwise, why the hell does he need to be in this group chat? He talks to Destiny constantly via DMs.
Okay, so one of the points that I tried to make by this small cut of this clip is, in one breath, one side of his mouth, he's saying, I don't want to get into all of these personal things, which if you look at how much he bitched about Destiny FOMO's tweet about how, oh, she brought my wife into this, then he turns around to Tipster and does the same exact fucking thing, DMing me before the stream, trying to say he's done this in the past with this other girl. It implies that he is accusing the guy of doing the same thing that he did with Alyssa, which, by his accusations about what happened with Alyssa, Tipster had some sort of, relationship with her to the point to where he almost got a divorce. So it would kind of seem to me that Smash is implying the same fucking thing. I mean, is he not?
What I know about is Destiny FOMO, and I know about the relationship between Tipster and Destiny FOMO. And from what I've seen, I would imagine, this is not a fact, but I would imagine it goes a lot further than what we've seen on surface level. I don't know if that's giving access to her OnlyFans for free. I don't know if that's the insinuation that he's going to have a shot with her in the future. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to get into personal lives. I don't want to get into what Tipster has stood for in the past and what's happened to him, even though there are rumors, which he's been caught doing this before with girls too. So it's not the first time. He's been caught doing this before with girls. He's been caught doing this before with girls too. He's been caught doing this before with girls too.
I mean, he's been caught doing this before with girls. What? Doing what? What he's implying. What he's implying. It's that simple. This is not taken out of context either. I'm sorry. You want to dispute that, Jeff? Go ahead and actually put some work into your videos and actually respond to my fucking video. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to, let's see.
I see people doing it in the... I don't want to get into what Tipster has... If I wanted to clout chase, I'd be making 40 Susie Lou videos. I covered the Pro Jared controversy.
Now, this is a small, tiny clip, okay? This is a small, tiny clip that I included because I just thought it was funny that, you know, he was trying to say something about the amount of videos, and to be fair to Smash, later on in the stream, he says, you know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it or whatever. He does end up saying that, right? But when he references the amount of fucking videos, I just thought it was a nice little fucking segue into the amount of videos he made about Pro Jared.
If I wanted to clout chase, I'd be making 40 Susie Lou videos.
And the comment that he says, if I wanted to clout chase, I'd be making 40 Susie Lou videos. So when I see that this dude has 20 videos on Pro Jared, I mean, considering now, this gets into another can of worms, right? So, if you made videos, anyone out there listening to this video right now about Pro Jared, I'm just against that. You know, it was a kangaroo court type of thing, and I just don't buy into the kangaroo court. Plenty of people now have fallen victim to it that weren't necessarily guilty. So that's not something that I'm into. So I disagree with doing that, period. So, you know, if Tipster made videos on that, then I disagree with Tipster on that too. You know, this is across the board. I just disagree with doing that style of video and covering accusations and whatever.
And trying to befriend them by saying, yeah, you guys are right, this, that, the other thing. Smash JT, he's making these things up. He has no basis for his video. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. I'm like, everyone...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong spot. My bad.
And a screenshot of a photo that Tipster liked. These are pretty serious fucking allegations.
Heidi's privacy, mental well-being, and discretion has always been and will remain my highest priority through all of this. Blocks her on Twitter so she can't read the post.
How many videos did you do while you were giddily laughing like a schoolgirl over this shit?
I'm sorry to go.
All right, let's back up for a second.
When I covered it, I actually did a shit ton of research on it. And one of the videos I made is called In Defense of Pro Jared, Why I Think He Could Be Innocent. Hey, by the way, I'm one of the few channels that actually defended him. So I don't feel so bad about this because I said my piece on it.
Motherfucker, please. After how many videos, Jeff?
Heidi's privacy, mental well-being, and discretion has always...
All right, so here's here's one thing I'll add to this. All right, let's go check something out real quick. Right, so Smash JT, right? You can see Pro Jared. Now, wrong video. This is the first video he made, May 9th, 2019. Pro Jared. Now, my point was that he was trying to spin this yarn, put out this narrative, you know, that you know, he actually defended him and whatever, right? So I'm just making the point that it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos to get to that video, right? And you can see the dates on here: May 9th, May 10th, May 11th, May 11th, May 14th, May 17th, May 18th, and finally on May 20th, he gets to his defense of Pro Jared. So sorry, I feel like, you know, that's kind of null and void when you're fucking laughing like a schoolgirl in this video.
All right, kindness. I'm sorry you're going through this, even though I'm the one that has sex with you. I'm here for you if you need me. I'm still here for you.
So, not exactly sure how that's taken out of context. Pretty sure I was right on that.
At any rate, the accusation that Tipster is continually simping for girls behind his wife's
The guy who's just spitting the truth. I'm clout chasing, and I'm not.
All right, let's
work
see.
and to flesh out your evidence for your accusations.
The guy who's just spitting the truth. I'm clout chasing, and I'm not one to shy away from the facts.
Now, these two clips. Let's say he's trying to say that these are cherry picked and I'm taking him out of context. Well, here's the thing specifically about these two clips. All right. In these two clips, Jeff is talking about how he views himself. And all I did was show clips to show how that's not true. So I don't know. I mean, the only context that's really needed is that he believes himself to be this way. I mean, that's it. I mean, I can provide more context.
Is claiming, I don't know how you could find this in any part of anyone's brain where it would be logistical, but I am the one clout chasing in this situation. Me, the guy who's just spitting the truth. I'm clout chasing.
Gotta get
No.
that tipster clout.
No, that's what I said. If I wanted to clout chase, I'd be making 40 Susie Lou videos because that's where the views are. But I'm not doing that. I'm just being real. So what do you got? What else you got for me? You know?
Well, clout chasing only means it only means something if you're being told.
Did I
by a
grab the
certain
wrong
group of
ones?
people.
And I'm not one to shy away from the facts.
No, I got the right ones.
Is claiming, I don't know how you could find this in any part of anyone's brain where it would be logistical. But
Gotta get
no,
that tipster clout.
no, that's what I said. If I wanted to clout chase, I'd be making 40 Susie Lou videos because that's where the views are. What do you got? What else you got for me? You know?
It only means it only means something if you're being told it by a certain group of people. Just like you're only doing things wrong if you're talking about a certain group of people. As long as you go at some of these approved targets, like if you pile on and make 15 Onision videos, you pile on, you make a bunch of Susie Lou videos.
I'm so confused right now.
If I wanted to clout chase,
How I feel like I grabbed the wrong video.
the guy who's just spitting the truth. I'm clout chasing, and I'm.
Yeah. So what? Did I not just go back far enough? What's going on?
The guy who's just how you could find this in any part of anyone's brain where it would be
Okay,
logistical.
it's the same clip.
But
All right.
I
My
am the
bad.
one clout chasing in this situation. Me, the guy who's just spitting the truth. I'm clout chasing.
All right. So that is what he's saying. He's trying to say, that he's a truth teller.
How?
All right. So that's not taken out of context.
And I'm not one to shy away from the facts. And I'm like, look, I'm thinking about making this video. It's probably going to end up dropping a bomb on the community, but it is what it is. And I'm not one to shy away from the facts. Like, if I see something, I'm going to be like, here's what I see is happening, and this is why it's wrong. And in my opinion, I feel like we need to draw attention. I'll end it soon,
Cool, we got time.
but basically, I put all the facts on the table in front of me. I shared the information
The facts
with people
on
that
the
I
table.
trust, and I'm like, look, I'm thinking about making this video. It's probably going to end up dropping a bomb on the community, but it is what it is, and I'm not one to shy away from the facts. Like, if I see something, I'm going to be like, here's what I see is happening, and this is why it's wrong. And in my opinion, I feel like we need to draw attention to this to resolve it. And of course, after I made the video, Tipster got all butthurt. He said he thought we were friends. He thought I backstabbed him.
Oh,
If I
Which, speaking of, and I don't want to I hate to keep going back to Tipster, but I'm just gonna show a little bit more hypocrisy. But Smash literally called my video slander. I mean, talk about someone that cannot fucking take criticism, right? Smash can't take criticism. He cannot take criticism. I mean, he just can't. He calls this guy's marriage into question and then calls my video slanderous. Give me a break, dude.
and I'm not one to shy away
Right.
from the facts.
I know for damn sure it couldn't hurt your approach. I mean, you say on the Kumite that you deal with facts. What facts, man? What is factual about what you do? Was arguing with Eric factual? Now,
All right, is that not a fair point? Is that not a fair point based on what he said, the narrative he's trying to spin, that he's some fact teller who puts all the fucking facts on the table and just calls it like he sees it, but there's facts. You know, it's not just I'm a truth teller. I take all the facts. He said how he did so much research into Pro Jared, right? So I don't see how I took him out of context at all, and I'm moving on from that.
And I would write some random tweet to David Webb to see what happened when Eric responded. And without fail, I would see Eric's eyes go like this. And I'm not one to shy away from the facts.
and what's the use of facts anyways, especially when it's not a courtroom, man? It's not the FBI, remember?
It definitely is a lot of conjecture that would definitely not hold up in court. But this isn't fucking court.
And how is this clip taken out of context? He is pretty much making that exact point in this discussion with Eric. So how is that taken out of context? It's not. It's not taken out of context. Okay? The context is, you don't have to run your channel like a courtroom. Right? So the comparison I'm making is, what's the point? Why tout yourself as a channel that, has a high regard for the facts when you think you're not worried? It's not a courtroom. It's not. Another thing he says, this is not the FBI, guys. So why give a shit about facts? Why try and put yourself on this pedestal as a channel that reports on facts and whatever? Isn't that one of the things that he holds against this other dude?
Isn't that what you're saying? So what the fuck, what use do you have for facts? Now, one thing I think I've proven on this channel recently is that if you are trying to hide something on a stream, it's very fucking difficult. Ask Destiny Fumo about that.
He paused Battletoads and it was dunch, dunch, dunch. And he's over here doing this, but he wouldn't send it. He would wait, and then he'd go back to playing in Turbo Tunnel or whatever, and then he'd go over and hit the enter button with his pinky while he's in the Turbo Tunnel to make it look like someone's having a full-on conversation, and that's impossible during the turbo tunnel to do what he was doing. And I'm not one to shy away from the facts.
Now here's the thing. You have to now here.
All right, so excuse me. So one thing I was saying about the whole Smash thing is Eric to this day could be lying, right? He could be. I don't think that he is, but he could be, right? It's possible. It's within the realm of possibility. But no matter what, he did a poor job arguing that. Period. And I think he looked like a crazy person at times on that stream. He did a lot of stretching, bending over backwards to try and make his points fit. So no matter, even if he was right, I still think he did very poorly in that discussion. Period. That was pretty much one of the points I was trying to make. So not sure how that could be taken out of context either.
Now here's the thing. You have to understand about my mind frame going into this whole fucking debacle. Ever since Smash got his job, he started this narrative that he was being fake, but not anymore.
All right, now this stuff is important, right? Because it speaks to my mind frame coming into this whole debacle, right? That's why I put it in the video. And if Jason from Overthink Gaming is truthful at all, he can tell you how I've been texting Jason since these videos first surfaced on Smash's channel, how I've been calling Smash fake and I was suspicious of Smash being fake. Right? So people have to understand when this started, it could have been anything that triggered this response from me. It has nothing to do with Destiny FOMO or anyone else. It has everything to do with Smash's playbook, because he did the same thing with the Hancock strikes, and that was the first video that I made on this guy, right? When Trevor at Toploaded Gaming, so we're going to talk about Smash JT for a second. Now, one thing you have to understand with commentary channels, especially when a few days ago, Smash, you were on the podcast with us.
His peer's reputation, when he does things.
And that's not fair to them, because...
But then here you are a couple days later with this tweet doing that very thing. In my mind, we were saying that it was going to be unreasonable people that were doing that. All right, so this is not the first time that I'm speaking on Smash. So this is not the first time I'm critical of Smash. You're doing right now. And criticism for discussion for video games. Right, so moving on.
Anymore. Now he's going to be real with everyone. He doesn't have to worry about the ring kissing of channels anymore.
And I'm not going to bend the knee just to kiss the ring with you guys. Like, I don't give a shit. I really don't.
Oh, you're gonna have a long walk on YouTube.
Right? That's...
Now,
narrative that he was being fake, but not anymore. Now he's going to be real with everyone. He doesn't have to worry about the ring kissing of channels anymore.
And I'm not going to...
All right, so let's take this clip.
And I'm not going to bend the knee just to kiss the ring with you guys. Like, I don't give a shit. I really don't.
Oh, you're gonna have a long walk.
Me. Like, you're trying so hard to shake me down. You're trying so hard to make me retract what I said. I'm like, I stand by my video. Like, that is the truth. You guys want to come at me and try to spin it with your narrative? Have fun with that. It's not going to work with me. You'll convince your audience of adolescents that will fall for anything you say, but you're not going to trick my followers. You're not going to trick me. And I'm not going to bend the knee just to kiss the ring with you guys. Like, I don't give a shit. I really don't.
Oh, you're gonna have a long walk on YouTube.
Right? That's always been my problem. I could probably have, not even joking, I could probably have over 100,000 subscribers if I kissed rings, but I don't.
All right, now he says that's always been his problem, right? And when I heard that, as I'm listening to this at work, I'm thinking, didn't you delete your Dreamcast guy video because of ring kissing? Right? And I guess it's fair to say, well, that's back when Smash was being fake, right? But it led me on this rabbit hole of, wow, that I never even thought about that. Was he being fake on that Dreamcast guy video? Because that's the sort of questions I've been asking since he put this shit out on his channel. What's fake from him? What's not? And he comes out with these videos and says, I was fake here and I was fake there. You think he was 100% for real? Which things he was fake on? I don't know that he was.
Channels anymore.
And I'm not gonna bend the knee just to kiss. I sent things in. I wanted to be noticed. I wanted that shot of adrenaline, those endorphins in my brain going off saying, oh, they talked about me. They showed off what I sent them. That's why I sent things in. And that's the only reason people would do that. They want the attention. That's why.
Right? Now, that was one thing that he said that I took issue with, that I remember taking issue with when he put it up on his channel. Uh-oh. Sony Vegas might be crashing on me, guys. I'm going to have to start this up again. Give me 1 second. Right, so that was one thing I kind of took umbrage with on Smash's video. Him saying that's the only reason why somebody would send something in is for attention or whatever. Now, let's see.
I sent things in.
Yeah, that's where we were. Okay, so I've sent in quite a few things to Bithead, right? I never sent any of that shit in for attention. This guy's channel was at 4,000 subs, or not even 2,000 subs, I think, when I first found Bithead's channel, right? I've sent stuff to CM Retro Gaming, the same thing. It just really fucking rubbed me the wrong way, and I completely fucking disagreed with it. So I'm just bringing that up for examples of this guy admitting to him being fake. All right? So if he's saying, and he absolutely is, if he's saying from Destiny lying to me about her significant other snapping at her and telling her to tell Smash to stop yelling at her, if he can infer whatever he wants from that, I can infer from this that it's possible he's faking other fucking things. Right? It's not taking something out of fucking context.
No, I'm watching this specific video, and the thing that crossed my mind was, well, which Smash is the fake one?
Getting fake excited about stuff just because I knew it would draw people in.
So that's a big one. That's a fucking big one right here, right? And I'm not sure I noticed that back then. Maybe I have. Maybe I did. I'm not sure. But making videos, faking excitement, just making fake videos for clicks. I've never done that. Ever. I've just never done it. Right? It's one of the reasons why I say I'm not making a ton of videos, that I wait until I'm passionate about something until I do it, which is why you might see 1 or 2 reviews on my channel. Right? because I can't just pull every single game out there and have the same passion for every single game that comes out. You know, other people, they can do that, and I'm not knocking them. You know, they can do that. For me personally, I can't do that. When Bloodstain came out, I poured a lot of passion into that because I spent, Jesus Christ, 140 or 160 hours on that game. So I just don't. To me, this is an example of him saying he was fake. So how that's being taken out of context to spin some sort of narrative? Fuck if I know. Fuck if I know. You're the one, Smash. You're the one that set up this narrative. You're the one that set this narrative in motion.
So I'm thinking, if you were willing to fake all these things for clicks, what stops you from faking things for clicks now? To hear that he was being fake was very jarring to me, because this is someone that I considered a like-minded person to me. So I've been guarded towards Smash lately. And to be honest, I've been seeing him just contradicting himself again and again and again.
What even is making a YouTube video turning into, where it's just like he said, she said, gossip, tabloids, checkout at the grocery store? Like,
That's pretty much
what
it.
is this? What YouTube is turning into?
Bitch, are you for real?
I see.
All right, so this portion was more or less a joke. Was more or less a joke just to be able to put that little soundbite in. But let's check it out, because, you know, if there is something that I took him out of context for, again, I'll own it, you know, and apologize for that one instance or whatever, you know. But let's check it out. Now, again, this was more or less a fucking joke.
These
So his
videos
channel-
have somebody's name in them. Susie Lou, Deja, Ferociously Steph, Pokimane, Susie Lou,
And
KSI.
it gets to be a bigger problem with YouTube on the whole that I might make a video on eventually. But like, what even is making a YouTube video turning into, where it's just like he said, she said, gossip, tabloids, checkout at the grocery store? Like,
That's pretty much
what
it.
is this? What YouTube is turning into?
Well, there's
Because-
no news. Nobody
Right.
deals with these people. They're
But here's the thing. I mean, and here's look at him, 71,600 subscribers. The algorithm is loving him right now. So
yeah.
from
he
his
had 10K subscribers for about a decade,
yeah,
and then he
from
got
his-
to this because he started spamming Susie Lou videos.
and that's the thing. Like, from his perspective, I don't blame him. The problem I have is when he starts coming after other people for doing what he's doing. Like, what?
Well, you
Does
didn't
he
even
not?
do what he did. You
No,
haven't
exactly.
made 20-something videos. You made one video about him, and now you're horrible.
Yep.
You're horrible. You're a clout chaser.
So from that, I made a follow-up video. So I technically made 2 videos, but when he was calling me a clout chaser and all that,
These
his
videos
channel-
have somebody's name in them. Susie Lou, Deja, Ferociously Steph, Pokimane, Susie Lou.
All right, so I'm not even really sure the point that that Smash was trying to really make here by bringing up what is YouTube becoming or whatever. If he has no shame in the type of video that he does, I just don't get why he would be saying that. But either way, it was a funny fucking clip, this portion, and it was mostly a joke. But you know, I would actually defer to his thoughts on how he thinks I would have possibly taken him out of context in this clip.
What even is making a YouTube video turning into, where it's just like he said, she said, gossip, tabloids, checkout at the grocery store? Like,
That's pretty much
what
it.
is this? What YouTube is turning into?
Because this clip is more like an eye roll to me. You know, like, what are you even talking about right now, dude? The whole Trust Chill Destiny FOMO thing was that. You know, and I find Smash does this a lot where he says something and then he says, I'm not trying to say what I just said, but yeah. And that's it. You know, so
I see RGT posted yet another Switch eShop sale. I saw Beat 'em Up posted yet another. Oh my god, what's the next Nintendo Direct's gonna happen? I saw a whole bunch of other generic content being posted once again.
now here's something I find that Smash kind of says often, right? And, you know, to be fair, at some point, I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So this tweet, I put up this tweet, right? And Smash's point, at least as far as I know, in bringing this tweet, in making this tweet, is that Sean would have copied him, right? Sean would have possibly copied him. Now, whether Sean copied him, I I don't know. What I'm sort of saying here is it's generic content, just like you were trying to call out. It's generic game content. So maybe being Sean does make, he's in that game, he's hustling, you know, he's in the hustle of trying to make these style of videos. So maybe you're guilty of the same thing. I get that you're trying to, you know, call him out, that he's copying you or whatever, but maybe it should signal to you that you're capable of making the same generic content, you know, that you try to ridicule, right? And that's why his content mirrored yours. Fair point? No? Either way, you have several examples of this type of content. Several, by the way, since you claim that you don't have time to make videos anymore and you're not trying and now you're just a truth teller or whatever, several of those since that has happened.
I saw Beat 'em Up posted yet another. Oh my god, what's the next Nintendo Direct's gonna happen? I saw a whole bunch of other generic content being posted once again. You get these cliques of large creators that just make the same shit, and they all every day make the same thing and then publish it all around the same time, and they just do a circle jerk around it.
Now, I would say if what you're saying is true there, you still kind of fall into that category yourself. And the proof would be either Sean took your content, so obviously it mirrors that, or what I think is more likely, your content right there was so generic that without having to steal, he just made a normal response because that's what he does, and it mirrored everything that you did, even though it was a couple days later.
When me and Smash first got to talking, it was around the Diablo mobile story.
Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
Shut the up.
Everybody remember that? And of course, I agree that Pat and Ian came off as pretentious. So at the time, that's all I can see. Heavily pushing the Kardashians.
Twitter, one trending keyword concerning a vapid Kardashian celebrity breakup is more than enough.
All right, that's definitely not taken out of context. That was only used to show the tweet.
I replied, looks like they ripped a page out of YouTube.
Same thing.
Back, which, even if it was 4 or 5 months later, rightly so. What did Smash think that Pat was going to say? Oh, hey, Smash, I know you said I'm basically useless, but here's a retweet and a follow, and how about coming onto my channel for a collab video? And you know that beer you mentioned? Well, let's meet up, and beers are on Ian. About it, and of course made a video. Which brings me to my next point. Smash pokes and prods, and when the inevitable clapback ensues, he cries about it, often DMing the person, I thought we were at a good level.
I'd like to think we've actually had a mutual respect for each other.
I was worried that I was on a good level with someone who would do something like that.
Which I should have known. Let me actually apologize to Smash real quick, right, guys? The reason he looks at my video as slander and just nothing but cherry picked, taken out of context clips is he thought we were on a good level, guys. That's why. He thought we were on a good level.
Now, I know what you're thinking. That was way back in the past when he claims to have been playing the YouTube game. So that's not totally fair to use as an example. Okay, fair enough. Smash makes videos about Destiny FOMO and tweets at her. Then she makes the infamous tweet at him, and he cries.
I was under the impression that I was on a good level with Destiny. You DM me, and then you go to blasting me publicly before I even have a chance to respond to you. I get blasted publicly. I was on a good level with Destiny.
I'd like to think we've actually had a mutual respect for each other.
On a good level.
It's a playbook, and
So, I like the way he says it. You blast me, right? But the thing is what's not shown is, you know, all the posts and, you know, videos that were made leading up to that tweet that she made, right? Like, he acts like it came out of nowhere, and that's what I'm saying is part of his playbook. He acts dumbfounded. Like, I didn't even think there was a world where this was possible. Are you clowning, dude? Come on. Like Level 1 Online commented on my video, like he broke kayfabe or whatever. Like, this shit's getting a little obvious.
Interest that may blind him from making the best decisions during this time. He went after Jeremy to cover this story. He went after Rich to cover the story. And he even went as far as trying to assign blame to the Metal Jesus crew. Well, Metal Jesus specifically. In full disclosure, he and Radical Reggie are friends. They're pretty tight. Now, do you think he went after Kinsey or John Riggs or Reggie? No, he went straight for Metal Jesus. Went straight for Metal Jesus. Why? Because he knew that if Metal Jesus addressed it, well then Metal Jesus would have to mention Smash JT a bunch of times in the video, right?
So, let me pause for a second here. I stand by this whole portion right here as well, because he did do all these things. So that can't be taken out of context as well. He did do these things, period. And that was the first time I made my video on him.
Just a few days prior, discussing it on my podcast. Like Metal Jesus, Reggie, and John, and Kinsey, and all those other people, they have their own mind. They have their own thoughts. You know, they're independent, but come on, be
keep
real.
in mind, he just said, yep.
People are going to lot them together and ridicule them based on John's actions.
And that's not fair to them.
But
All right, now he says that's not fair to them. All right, let's see what Smash JT also says after. Let's see if it was taken out of context or not.
like
you're
Metal
horrible.
Jesus, Reggie, and
You're
John,
horrible. You're a
and
clout
Kinsey,
chaser.
and all the
Oh, wait, we're getting some bleed over.
like Metal Jesus,
situation
Reggie, and
transpired.
John.
All right, what's going on? Okay, that's the issue.
Like Metal Jesus, Reggie, and John, and Kinsey, and all those other people, they have their own mind. They have their own thoughts. You know, they're independent, but come on, be real. You know, people are going to lot them together and ridicule them based on John's actions.
And that's not fair to them, because like I legitimately, genuinely like Metal Jesus Rocks, Jason. He's a good dude. I like Radical Reggie. He's a good dude. John Riggs, really good dude. I've had such positive interactions with all of them. And you have something like this where I'm just like, I was calling a spade with giving my opinion on a situation with one of them, and he's throwing them all under the bus for it feels selfish. Like, these actions are just like, what are you doing? You're associated with a group, and yet you think for some reason that you've gotten this popularity and fame on your own, when you don't. You owe it all to Metal Jesus. All of it. Like, all of it. You think, I mean, come on now. You think John Hancock would be anywhere close to where he's at right now without Jason?
Nah, not.
I mean,
no.
honestly, let's be real here.
No, and it's not to be mean, but
no, not at all, not at all. But I mean, that's just kind of how YouTube works. If you're connected with people who are popular by association, if you're integrated enough with them, you will also be part of that clique and be popular. I think we all know that. It's kind of foolish to ignore that reality.
Right. How many people have done that, especially in the gaming scene, the retro gaming scene?
And he's gotten to the point now where it's like he's acting like he did it on his own, and in that no one else will be affected with these actions. And I think it's extremely selfish, and it's extremely.
It clearly went to his head. I mean, when he made that Too Many YouTubers video back then.
All right, so I think I've played enough of that clip. Now, if Jeff doesn't feel like that's what he was saying, I'm not sure why he said "yep" to what I was saying in that way. But either way, I would disagree still that I don't believe in this whole guilt by association shit. Now, if that's something that Jeff believes, that's fair enough, but I still disagree with him. All right, so where exactly were we?
But you see, he's learned. There's chum in the water. Smash wants to continue tethering stories to himself.
I see people doing it in this situation, trying to get clout out of chasing the story that I talked about and jumping on the side of the commentary mafia.
Tipster's a white knight.
All right, let's see. Oh, shit. There we go.
I see people doing it. Subscribers if I kissed rings, but I don't.
I didn't care about YouTube that much, and I got other shit going on, so I didn't do it. YouTube didn't mean that much to me. I have seen people kiss the ring, and I've seen them pay consequences down the line for it. You might get your numbers for a minute, but it ain't gonna last.
I see people doing it in this situation, trying to get clout out of chasing the story that I talked about and jumping on the side of the commentary mafia and trying to befriend them by saying, yeah, you guys are right. See people doing it in this situation, trying to get clout out of chasing the story that I talked about and jumping on the side of the commentary mafia.
Now, to be fair, maybe he didn't mean it this way, like my story or whatever. Either way, my criticism still stands that I believe he hijacked the story, and he intended to hijack the story. The story, as I said in the video, was Trust Chill, versus Destiny FOMO, whether or not she, threatened him or not. And he saw a target, and he fired, making his own story, tethering himself to that story. Now, the thing is what he's saying is I'm taking that story, which is the story he created, right? Timster's a simp. He's the one that started that. So to me, he is saying, I see people taking my story and disagreeing with it and whatever. That is what he's saying. So I don't think this is taken out of context either.
I see people doing it in the situation.
Looking through the lens of the adpocalypse. All in all, I think it's a mistake to try and shame creators for what they cover on their channels. Smash doesn't have the patience to let stories develop organically, so he has to shame people to grow his channel.
Screenwave Mafia.
Oh, the Mafias hold my channel back and conspire against me. The MCN Mafia or the Commentary Mafia. Oh, the Mafia.
Now, if people think that I'm twisting that he never said that or whatever, you can refer back to the clip I played earlier where he says, if I wouldn't have had to ring kiss, or if I would be a ring kisser, I could have had 200,000 subscribers by now. you know, he is saying that they blacklisted him and closed him out and all of that.
Oh, the mafias hold my channel back and conspire against me. The MCN Mafia or the Commentary Mafia, which I'm going to dub the Mafia Legion. Let's see if it's... But he seems to dislike those guys, right? But let's see if he's interacted with any of them. On the Kumite, they shit on Bo Blacks a lot, right?
But I've never really interacted with them previously. I think I interacted with Bo Blacks like once or twice before, but just like innocuous things, like when he got 100,000 subs or whatever, I congratulate, or whatever it was. I was like, congrats, man. In a DM, he was like, thanks. Like that was my interaction extent with him.
Seems like you've seen...
Now, he says that's the extent with him or whatever, right? So let's go take a look, right? And to his credit, let's see what we got pulled up. Smash to Bo Blacks, right? 100K views in under 3 days. That's insane. Thank you so much. Blah, 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 blah. Congrats, man. That's really great. So to his credit, right? This is dated May 10th, 2019, right? So a full year ago. We're talking right now. And to his credit, it seems like it matches up. Of course, I don't know if he actually DM'd Bo Blacks on this occasion or not or whatever. But there are quite a lot of text. Interactions with Bo Blacks. Quite a lot. A lot that I didn't show. So, you know, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if it was removed or it's just not showing up in the filter or not. But for some reason, this one is not coming up. Where he tweeted to Bo Blacks when he made his Is Destiny FOMO the next Susie Lou. He tweeted that at Bo Blacks. So
What? Wow, this goes back a full year. But you say these guys are unreasonable. And you think I should be careful with them? Why? Because Bo Blacks never tweeted your notice me senpai bullshit? Because he disagrees with you on certain aspects of your arguments? He even pointed out that you made some good points. But this isn't even the first time he blames his shortcomings on the Mafia. Smash claims he was blacklisted by the MCN Mafia, completely refused discussing it. Cast guy video. Would Smash own up to it if this was the case? Is it fair to say that maybe he was being two-faced with those guys? He definitely tried to do that with Pat, so was Smash acting all cool with these guys?
all right, so let's go back to Twitter. Let's see, Dreamcast guy tweets pulled up. Goes back to 2017. Now, I'm not sure if anybody knows the date that Smash would have made his Dreamcast guy video. I have no point of reference. I don't know. I really don't know when that video would have come out. All right. What I don't get is people coming to my channel asking for shout outs and they don't have any videos on their channel. I just don't get it. To Dreamcast guy. Dang, that really sucks, dude. Lost my PS Vita months ago. Dang, that really sucks, dude. Really sucks. This is a lot of tweets. All right, so let's try something else. Let's check out Dreamcast guy tweeting at Smash. Ha! Literally living every moment of my life waiting for Dreamcast guy to visit my channel too. Some glorious day it will happen. Dreamcast guy says, you caught me with 10 minutes to spare, JT. Gonna go watch and comment on one of your videos now. April 25th, 2018. Now, is that before the, is that before his Dreamcast guy video? Or is it a couple days before? I don't know. I don't know. I'm saying I clearly don't know. I said in the video that I don't know when his video came out. But Dreamcast guy obviously tweeted a lot to this guy. August 3rd, 2018 seems to dip off. I wonder what happened right around this time. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. What is this? Now this is Smash tweeting at 8-Bit Eric. I know there was one point where it seemed like I had found some sort of video they had worked on together. Copyright owner. Okay. I don't know when that was. January 13th, 2019. January 13th. Nope, not the same one. This was November 20th. Not sure why it's not coming up. Well, yeah, not sure. You know, you'd have to ask these guys, you know, what they thought, you know, how what they thought Smash JT's motives were, that, you know, he was tweeting at them so much and friendly and whatever, and then all of a sudden they would end up on his channel in some sort of video. You'd have to ask those guys.
Dreamcast guy. Then all of a sudden he'd shit. Now recently he tried to say that the mafia of the DMs, and I realized Tipster made a mistake here with this video. But when you're making up your people shitting on him.
So I engage in the drama as like it's my
discuss this and possibly end it. And this is another thing to factor in when you're making up your opinion of this guy, is he enjoys this. He enjoys all of this. People shitting on him and vice versa. He admitted it freely on my podcast.
So I engage in the drama as like it's my wife watches The fucking Bachelor. I do this. Like that's the way I look at it. And this is real life. It's engaging. And sometimes I watch The Bachelor with her. I had fun with it. I did. I truly had fun with it. I had fun talking with this alt account all day while I was at work. It was a big fucking waste of time, but it was entertaining. It was fun. I could have been probably getting more done at work, but it was engaging, and it was like a mystery. It was like, how am I going to expose Eric today? How is this going to come out? And I was like, I was enthralled with it. And a part of me kind of thought that that's how you felt about all this too. And clearly when I saw your live stream, that's definitely not what it was. I have fun with it. I enjoy it.
How is there?
All right, so I feel like the clips of the podcast, I don't even really need to bother fucking going into. That was a pretty large context, and it speaks for itself. He pretty much said he enjoys everything. He was engaged in a drama with this David Webb character who he believed 100% was 8-Bit Eric, and he admits that he enjoyed the entire thing. So I'm not sure. Hey, what's up, CM Retro Gaming? This is the first time I noticed you here, man. My bad. So I'm not sure how he'd ever be able to say I took him out of context on those clips. You know, the full context is in the episode. Go watch it. He says he enjoyed it, right? So this is a short clip. So let's see.
This isn't like anything serious. Like this is like a hobby to me. I have fun with it. I enjoy something about my personal life, and then people start contacting my wife. I'd be like, you guys can do whatever the hell you want. You're not gonna get to us. Like, my wife knows that this isn't like anything serious. Like, this is like a hobby to me. I have fun with it. I enjoy it.
Someone calling him a simp is what's causing him personal problems in his life.
And that's when I ended the private conversation with him. And that is when. Want me to move on to the next point, or do you want to keep talking about that?
Oh, yeah.
I want to know why
that fucks with me. Knowing the way that they
comes within his marriage. Maybe there's something wrong with what he's doing.
I mean, that's what I said. I am a very happily married person. I don't talk about my personal life, but if someone ever said something about my personal life and then people started contacting my wife, I'd be like, you guys can do whatever the hell you want. You're not gonna get to us. Like, my wife knows that this isn't like anything serious. Like, this is like a hobby to me. I have fun with it. I enjoy it.
Someone calling.
All right. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. He admits that he has fun with it. It's a hobby. So, how on earth is any of this taken out of context? I mean, there was a one or two examples where, you know, the joke that I told. I already forget the other example, but pretty much everything is within context and fair, you know. So this blanket fucking statement that he made in his video, and I gotta give it to him, that video, 16 minutes, I believe. Let's see. 16 minutes, 28 seconds. He goes on and on and on without actually saying a fucking thing. He doesn't cite one example. He says it's both fair and completely unfair. And he says it's slander. Right? Slander. That I mean, I'd say I'm surprised, but this is his thing. He doesn't put any sort of work into his videos. So what was I expecting? Was I expecting him to be fair, to actually get into the criticisms? No, he didn't really get into the criticism of the first video, so why would it be any different this time? You know? But the thing is, the thing that prompted my response from this wasn't to take up for anyone. It perfectly aligned with my last video because he was shaming people for what they cover in an instance where he's tethered to the story, just like the first time I made my video. So with that, I've been consistently calling him out. This is the second time I've done so when he does this. So for anyone that thinks, oh, well, you're just doing it for this or for that, fuck you. Refer to my first video on Smash, and you'll see that I did the exact same thing the last time, and it had nothing to do with this person or that person or whatever. It is obnoxious to fucking go and tell someone, you should be doing this, and you should be making this video, and especially when you're the person tethered to that fucking video. It's obnoxious. So, I mean, I'm not sure what else I need to cover here. I actually offered Smash before I even made that video. I offered Smash to come on stream and have a chat with me. But I feel like he didn't do that. He doesn't want to do that. So I guess we'll see what happens with it. Now one thing I don't know. See, last night yesterday after I made my video, I was on the verge of falling asleep. And I had my phone in my hand and I had Discord open, right? And that's when I noticed that Smash wasn't on my friends list anymore. So legitimately, I don't know if he removed me on Discord or if I accidentally removed him. But either way, he'd have to add me back to have any sort of chat. So I guess the ball is in his court for that. I'm just setting something up real quick. Let's see. Custom 1080. All right, and we'll transition to that. I'm not even sure if that's what's showing up right now. I'm thinking it is showing up. It's got to be, right? Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. I think I guess I'm going to end it here. This was pretty much it. Maybe I might set up my capture software and actually stream playing a game or something. I'm not sure, but I want to thank everybody coming check it out. Oh man. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. This is Trevor at Toploaded Gaming. I'll see you next time.